Weekday Gamers here, and today we're going to be talking about the second day of the Eevee Community Day, what was going off earlier today. So it is for 2 days straight. So you can also evolve every single Eevee into the 8 different forms of, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and so on. I'm not going to say them all. But also, the Coalossal event has gone live. It went live just gone past, I think it was when the stream started, was it? Or stream finished. You could get a Coalossal. This Coalossal is Eevee trained, so you don't have to Eevee train it. It's modest nature. It's holding the weakness policy, and it also has the moves Protect, Heat Wave, Solar Beam, and Meteor Beam. It's at level 50. It's got perfect IVs as well, excluding the attack because you don't really need attack on Coalossal. Also, if you playing the TCG, I think the TCG is tomorrow. I'm not really sure how this is going to go up because there has not been a quick ball thing, a quick ball giveaway just yet. So I don't know when this is going to go live. The quick ball, normally, they always have when they do events on the Pokemon cards online, they only have a certain amount. So like they might give away 70,000 cards, so then you've got to get it while you still can. So what they do is, if there's still some left, they will check, the date when it ends as well. But then many people do end up claiming it, and or they have more than one account or something. But here is the code if you haven't got it. Here's the code. It is Victory Engine 25. So if you're new to Pokemon, the I is the 1 and the O is the 0 because there is no I's in the codes or O's in the codes. So you've got to do them by numbers. So it's got the Dynamax level of level 10. So it's also Gigantamax Factor, so you can actually Gigantamax it. And you can also you can breed it as well, so you can breed it to try and get a shiny Roller-Coaly, and then you can evolve it into a Coalossal if you wanted to. So that's basically it. So if you want the code is right there. It's Victory Engine 25. This code will give you the Coalossal. They did the stream, which was the Players Cup Invitational, and it's quite good actually. I mean, first stream was actually quite good. So it's 6 hours in each region on this. So back onto the Eevee. Today marks the second the second day, because it's a 2-day event. So today, Saturday, was the community day for Eevee. It's got it today because we're in Sunday now in the UK. So today for us, tomorrow for you, wherever, like if you're living in America or Canada, it's basically tomorrow. Today for us, it's lures and incense will last for 3 hours straight. So it's in your local time from 11 to 5 p.m. So it's the same for everybody else. So also you have a chance to capture a shiny Eevee, or maybe more shiny Eevees and all that. So what do you think? I think they shouldn't have done the Eevee again, because we're looking forward to other Pokemon having the limelight in community days. I mean, the one I'm looking forward to is, because we do need it, and that is Staraptor. That's one of them we do need. Staraptor, Starly, Staravia and Staraptor in my description, because it's one of them Pokemon that are really good, especially with its ability, which is Reckless. It's brilliant. If you've ever used, I've actually used a Pokemon with Reckless, which is, what is it called? Main Xiao, or Mian Xiao. Yeah, I used it with Reckless with, I think it was Wide Lens and High Jump Kick, and it works. It actually works. The only time when it doesn't work, if the Pokemon protects and you go into a High Jump Kick, which you start thrashing and you hurt yourself. So that's basically it for the news. There's nothing much about anything. I have said everything, so I always wait until if there's certain news coming out for like video games and all that. It wasn't interesting. I'll tell you something. It wasn't interesting in. I watched the indie showcase for the Nintendo Switch, the indie games. The only one I did like was Tetris. That was the only one I did like. It looks fascinating. And making the levels look like from back in the day, what they used to look like, kind of gives you a sense of, like retro, nostalgia and all that. I think that will go well. I think it will, because Tetris has been always everybody's fan favourite game. And plus there's many tournaments going off with Tetris. And I think it is amazing to actually, see what this game is all about. So if it's free, I'm not sure if it's free or you have to buy it. I'm not sure. So I don't know. You might have to buy it. But, it might be a bit like Tetris 99. And that's interesting as well. I've played both the Pac-Man version and Tetris. What game are you really excited about for the Nintendo Switch? It can be anything. It can be indie. It can be, Nintendo itself. It can be Sega. The game I'm looking forward to for the Switch is actually Temtem, and see how that goes as well. Because I'll probably, because I've got it on Steam, but I haven't bought it yet because I'm waiting until I get a laptop, which I don't know when it's coming, because it's always going out of stock very, very fast, and I don't know why. I know a lot of people have been scalping a lot of things, including laptops, PS5s, Xbox. I'm not sure about the Nintendo Switch, OLED. I'm not buying the OLED. Reason why I'm not buying it, because I've heard there's kind of a lot of issues regarding the burning issue, which means that if you've got an OLED TV, like I've got an OLED TV, and sometimes when you are, like if it goes onto a black screen, right, and you can see a box in the screen, but no, so because I've got like a, like a timeout kind of thing, which puts the TV into standing mode, standby mode. Well, it means that when, like if you've left your TV on, that box is still imprinted onto it. It's like, how do I put it? It's a bit like when we, how do I put it? You know, like when you know, like when we have flashes, you know, like camera flashes and all that, and it leaves that little thing. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that, really. So in a way, you've got like a little circle or something, and that's like, you know, yeah, because I've got it's like a little burn. So your eye burn when it does that. Sometimes it does, but I kind of really like. I don't like it, and I do like it, but I don't want to buy it because of that issue. And I think it's kind of stupid to have an OLED about $350 or £350 with that could have a lot of issues and a lot of problems. Um, I think I think what the main problem is, if I wanted to go like that, because there was a lot of rumours going around about the Switch Pro, like what they were doing. Bloomberg were like saying, oh, about the Switch Pro and how it was, you know, different from the regular Switch. But there's nothing different about this Switch. There's nothing different. The only things that are different is that this one's got an Ethernet cable or an Ethernet slot. It's also got a different back to it, so then it's got like a full out stand at the back. I don't know why people would want it. I mean, I changed my mind when I heard about the burning. I just really didn't want to have that. I mean, you don't want your Switch to have a problem. I mean, the biggest thing, right? One question was on everybody's mouth. Was there going to be a drift? Were the Joy-Cons going to be fixed? And some of the people said no, because how can they fix something? They could have fixed them, like, you know, ages ago, you know, like back when, before they released the Switch. Maybe that's the downfall. Every console has had a problem. You know, every console has had a problem. Don't get me wrong, nearly every single console has had a problem. You know, you've got the white light of death, or the black screen of death, and then you've got the red light of death, which was the PlayStation, I think. And then you've got like other things regarding like when a console overheats. So then you you got to turn it off and cool it down. And then now with this Switch, with the burning thing, which is like, it burns inside the screen, and it creates like a little, like if, how do I put it? It's like a bit like when you, so like with your TV, if you've got an OLED TV, which I have an OLED TV, so, like one of them boxes that comes up and you switch it off, that box is actually still there. It's because you've left the television on longer than supposed to be on. So I think that's going to be a big issue with people, because if somebody buys an OLED Switch during, like with Pokemon tournaments and stuff, because they are quite long. Pokemon tournaments are very long. I mean, with like 9 rounds, 10 rounds or something, you're looking at a good 11, maybe 15 hours at least of competition. So yeah, that could be an issue for OLED. And that's why many people won't buy it. I mean, if it was better, I mean, I mean, the Switch, I would have literally, the only thing I would have done, fixed the Joy-Cons, yes, but also, we've only got 30 seconds of video recording. I mean, what's all that about? You know, we could actually have a lot more money, you know, like a lot more like record time, like Twitch and YouTube. I mean, it can play YouTube videos, but it cannot post to YouTube. You know, you have to post to YouTube, you do need either a camera to actually go on there, or a laptop and a capture card, which I've found a capture card that I might be wanting. It's instead of sending my Switch off, so yeah, and plus it's easier to use than sending it off. I mean, it's better than Nintendo 3DS. You had to send it off, and I weren't gonna risk doing that. So that's it. That's basically it for news, you know, Pokemon news. If you've already got the Coalossal, you know, and you've got it, I have posted it in the comments on the other video. So I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot about the Switch, you know, the Switch OLED or the OLED Switch. But yeah, I mean, you can post a comment, you know, what you think the Switch is. I know it could have been better, you know, but Nintendo's like that, you know, bringing out different consoles. So, you know, like they brought out the Nintendo DS, 3DS, and then they always bring out different, more improved versions of them. So yeah. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And bye bye.